Hey, what's up guys, it's Big Smoke back here again. So I actually have today my deck list, my branded deck list from the previous locals that I went for all with. It's a pretty good deck, I think this format, and yes, I understand that I'm putting this, posting this like after the ban list, so technically my list will change. I mean, it's only just one branded fusion, but I will let you know what I'm going to be changing up it with. And of course, again, this is just testing rounds for this deck. I might definitely be playing this deck in the near future until Nats. So yeah, let's get into it. So starting off, of course, we got your basic Fallen of the White Dragon with one of Fallen Albas. I did play 2 Ecclesias. I know people usually play 1 or 3. I think 2 is fine. You can put up to 3, you can put it up as 1. I just played it just because I was trying to look for like a 40th card, honestly. And there's like a few cards that I took out. I was making this deck the night before just because I wanted to play something funny, and then I ended up not doing, so shout out to Deb for making me play this deck, which, you know, it worked out in the end. So yeah, I think 2 is fine. Going second is pretty good, so yeah. So play 1 Cartesia, 1 Quem. I only did play 1 Aluber for searching. And then your 1 Trevigate Restricted Kit. This is a funny card to play in this deck just because it kind of serves as a better Quem target to send than just doing like either Cartesia or Ecclesia. You know, it gives you more disruptions too. Like when you send it, you can summon it back to Fallen Albas in graveyard. So if you don't have a way, you can just do that. So pretty good. And 1 more courier, so. And then I did play the Bistro package, so 1 of each. I think it's fine. I don't think it's that good this format, so that's why I think what I'm gonna end up is cutting like 1 Druid Swarm and just playing the 3. There is a reason why we're playing a lot of the Bistro package, and I'll be showing up on the traps. So, but I think it's fine. One of the things I will show the change will be the Shrouded Dragon, as I think you still need a monster for most of the spells, and I think it's pretty good since you play 40. This becomes like an upstart, and it makes you draw better. Your deck becomes 39, so it becomes more consistent. And I did play a hand trap package, so 3 Ash, 3 Charmies, and 2 Drolls. So it's pretty good. I was playing the Mitsurugi Striker for the past few months when the modern deck came out, and I just feel like board breakers aren't really that good right now. Or maybe I'm just coping, we'll see as the meta progresses, but I think going for hand traps is pretty good, especially with Droll. Like, Droll just stops most of the decks that are going right now. So, and then of course you don't play branded without the big elephant in the room, which is branded fusion. So again, you can replace one of these with probably like an Aluber for just searching it more better. But yeah, no, it doesn't really hurt. I don't think it really hurts the deck much. Yes, this is a powerful card, but I think that would be the only change I would do, is that. And of course, we got the High Spirits. You know, he's pretty 3, it's pretty good. And 3 Fallen Albas. It's pretty good. But you do play 1 branded and 1 opening. I just only play this 1. I don't think I've ever wanted to have more than 1. So I only played 1 Aluber. Maybe we could find more things to add in here, but I think this is a fine ratio for these. So, and for my other spells, we have 1 Gold Sark, and then the only board breaker I have in my deck is Super Poly. Super Poly is pretty good right now, especially if you're running like the Theseus. I didn't have Theseus, but it still worked out. I think playing the other two targets are still good, so yeah. Then we got the other ones, which is 2 Imperms, 1 Retribution, and the reason why we're playing the Bestial is the Etude. This is like a searchable macrocosmos because of Rebellion. So it's really funny if you're going up against decks that you know that needs the graveyard, and they usually either link, fusion, or anything. Putting this in a big field, it ends their turn. Like against Zach, who was playing Unchained, like he had to use most of his like resources just to out this, and then I basically won because of that. So yeah, no, pretty good. So those, again, my list is a 40 card. I don't think I would want to bump it up. So, go to extra deck. We have, of course, the Ecclesia, and then you have the branded monsters, like 1 of each. 2 of the Albions, of course, and then still play the Sanctifier and everything. So. I think the only thing that didn't came up is Rebellion, but I still think it's pretty good when it's very grindy, so I like it having here. Of course, the most played is Mirror Jade, Rebellion, and Devourer. Rainbow is pretty good too, for if you know you're sending it, and then you have like another Interrupt in the graveyard. Same thing with Titanclad, where you send it, and then end phase you just blow up their board, so. Alright. Off, and then the rest of the fusions we have, of course, Grand Renal. You'll always need that. This is my target for Grand Renal, is Kratos. I just wanted to play it because I pulled the cool Starlight, but you could play the other, like Briskinian, I believe is the name. You could play that too, or you could play Destiny Lulu, which is pretty good too. But yeah, no, I think any of the targets should be good. And lastly, we have the fusion targets, the super poly targets, and then I also play Chaos Star Source. It's still good, I think. I think the only thing that I would want to play is maybe this pattern, but nothing that would change the deck itself. Going to my side, we have the Dogmatica package, so 1 of each. 1 Ecclesia, 1 for 30, and then 3 Nadirs. I think this is a pretty good setup. It did come in clutch when they knew I was going playing branded, and I went first on the 3rd game, and they asked my branded fusion, so I just went with this line. This might also be like a good engine to put it on your main too, so it's pretty not bad. I think I'll keep it. So other things would be my other 3 hand traps would be Prelia. That's the only other hand trap I have in the side. So board breakers would be droplets, storms, harpies, and technically this is supposed to be a storm, but I couldn't find one, so I just put MST in there. But yeah, no, I think that it's pretty good. Again, when the meta progresses, there's still a lot of changes to be made, but I think this deck is solid going through this format. So yeah, so thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.